So as we find ourselves comfortable in the seated position, we start bringing ourselves into this sense of presence. Where are we in this space, in this time? How is my body feeling while I weigh against the floor? And this is just a moment to actually bring yourself in tune with what's going on internally. This is the moment where you get to actually notice what's going on internally, because we're just caught up on so many extra activities, on so many things that catch our attention, that somehow our attention goes elsewhere instead of going inside, instead of bringing us closer to ourselves. So just take this moment to come closer to yourself. Take this moment to bring your attention to every single aspect of your physical body, of your mind, your thought patterns, and your internal rhythms. And remember, rhythm, the first form of rhythm, the first form of movement, comes from the breath. So without the breath, nothing else is able to move. So as we breathe in, we begin to notice these spaces that begin to open up in our body. We expand. And as we breathe out, we notice movement in our body. As the air comes out, our body releases tension, and it gets smaller in a sense. On the inhalation, expansion, growth, expression. On the exhale, we notice the opposite. We notice the release, the detoxing, the letting go. We start actually noticing that all of this movement that's happening in the physical body starts from the breath. Starts from how strong or how soft, how fast or how slow you're actually creating this rhythm to the body. So you have control over the rhythm you want in your body. And let's remember that with baby, all these spaces get smaller and smaller and smaller. The closest you are to your breath, the closest you are to your body, to your mind, to all these spaces that you're able to find. And as you notice your breath, you bring it into awareness, because this is the first step, is to just noticing, what's my rhythm? Am I actually breathing faster than I thought? Do I actually feel I'm taking my breath to my belly, using my diaphragm, even though it's tighter? Do I feel I'm using it? Do I actually notice I'm letting go, I'm releasing tension? I'm filling up all these spaces when I release my air? Do I notice if this breath is going through my chest or my shoulders? Do I notice if I'm breathing through my mouth or through my nose? What is it that I notice in my patterns, in my breathing? And then from this place of observation and understanding of your present moment, of what is in this time, in this space, we can begin to regulate, self-regulate, finding more space for the breath, and eventually finding more space for baby, and eventually finding more space for your body to expand through. So we start to create more length in the breath. On the inhale breath, we try to make it longer. We feel the belly expanding, the rib cage opening out to the side. We create a count of 4 or 5 breaths in. And then the same with the exhale. We try to control it. We try to release it slowly, softly, and we see it coming out. We see it releasing all this tense spaces in the body. And then we breathe back in. We open up, we expand, we create space. And then we slowly release. We let go. We release. We send away. We feel all these spaces. And just by creating this neutral rhythm where the inhale breath and the exhale breath intentionally have the same rhythm, we start to create a new pattern, a new rhythm for the breath, for our organs and our tissues. We create a sense of balance, coherence. And then that's when the rhythm of the breath comes in coherence with the rhythm of your heartbeat, which consequently creates a rhythm for the pulsing and the pumping of the blood and circulation in the body. And this consequently creates the same rhythm of thoughts that come and go in your mind. And that's why you feel that when you're trying to self-regulate your breath before you sleep, you can lower your heartbeat. Because that's what you're doing with the breath. You're creating coherence, equilibrium with the whole system. Baby relaxes. You're telling baby, baby, we're all relaxing. This is how I'm delivering oxygen to you with no rush, with integrity. This is how I'm giving you more space to feel more comfortable. So try and keep this neutral pattern of the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And you can always bring your hands onto belly, onto baby, and notice it expand, notice it contract, notice the spaces you find, notice where you're taking the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And as we keep the same rhythm, we're going to use this rhythm throughout the whole practice. Maybe you can't get to 5, but if you can, great. Maybe you can only get to 4 without feeling discomfort, and that's fine, as long as you create this rhythm. That's what we want to keep throughout the whole practice. So whenever you're in a pose, that's the breath we're going to use while we're in the pose. And now I want you to also think about, once you're in the pose, in the asana, I don't want you to feel floppy. It's not about just working that flexibility and flopping out on all of your joints. No, think about the center of your body, trying to bring your energy into this midline so that you can create some sense of resistance around these range of movements in your joints, protecting your joints, protecting your tissues from overstretching, from overexpanding. And then we begin to slowly open our eyes. We recognize our space. We keep the breath neutral. We keep it coherent. And let's bring our chin towards our chest. And just give your neck half movements all the way up to the right and back And then come back down to the right. And back down to center. And then we switch over to the left. So we're not doing the full circular movement. I don't actually like to teach that. And then we turn over back to the left, back to center, and then we go to the right. And then we come back to center and we go to the left. One more time on each side. Using the breath. Breathe in as you grow and circle all over to the right and back. And breathe out as you circle back to center. And then we switch over to the left as we breathe in. And we breathe out, coming back to center. And then on the inhale, we slowly unroll our cervical spine all the way up. We circle the arms up and over our head. We breathe in. On the exhale, let's just cactus the arms, project your chest, your heart towards the sky. Slowly lower, feel in the whole spine. And then from here, we begin to round the spine and just hug the body. Hug, hug, hug. Give yourself a nice hug as you really round the spine, chin towards your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. We lengthen the spine, we circle the arms up and over. We exhale, cactus the arms slowly. Watch the air coming out. Visualize this energy through your fingers. And then from here, we round the spine and we change sides. So if your left arm was on top, your left arm goes under. Hug your body, round the spine, chin to chest. Breathe in. And breathe out. And we lengthen the spine, we circle the arms up and over. Exhale, right hand drops, left hand stretches over your head. Get that nice side body stretch in the left side body. Bring your gaze towards your left armpit, and you know where to go. You can always bring your hand onto your head for an extra support. Create external rotation. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath in and out. And we come all the way up. Breathe in, both hands. Exhale, left hand slides to the left, right hand up and over. Yes, and you can always hold on to your head with your right hand just for support. Open up your right shoulder. Inhale here. And exhale here. One more breath in. And out. We come all the way back up. Breathe in. Let's take a nice twist. So listen to your body. If you can take a full twist, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you, great. If you can't, just bring your right hand onto your right knee. Yeah. Inhale, find length. It's not about fully compressing, baby. Exhale, releasing tension from your lower back. One more breath in and out. So I see your hand is on your right, your left knee. Keep it there. Left hand circles up and over your head. Yes, and stretch that left hand towards your right knee and over. Press the left knee down. Breathe in and out. Your gaze still towards the sky, looking over your left armpit. One breath in and out. And we come all the way up as we breathe in and we change sides. Exhale, left hand, right knee, right hand comes behind us. Yes. We breathe in, and again, it's not about compressing, it's just to find a twist and finding more comfort in the lower back. Don't over twist. One more breath in and out. Right hand stretches up and over. Inhale here and exhale. One more and out. And we inhale both hands up and over. And exhale, just slowly release the air as the hands slide next to the body. Visualize as if the air is passing through the fingers all the way down. Beautiful. Let's roll over our knees and come onto all fours. So your hands are right under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. Cat-cow here. Inhale, round the spine. And exhale, kick the booty, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, round. And exhale. Inhale, round. And exhale. One more. And exhale. We come back to neutral. Lengthen the right arm and extend the left leg. Breathe in and hold. Stabilize. Try not to sink the belly or to kick the foot way too high. Just press the foot back as if you're kicking something behind you. Breathe. 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 One more breath in. And exhale. Right hand comes down. Left foot steps next to the right foot. And circle your left hand up and over. And let's take 3 circular breaths. Left arm circles down, up, and over as we breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, down, up, and over. And exhale. One more. And exhale. And try and see here if you can extend the left arm up and lift the left foot. Play with balance. Play with stability. Hold. Breathe. Breathe. Now, maybe you can bend your left knee and circle your left arm around. And behind you, grab the foot. Yes. So find that quad stretch, engage your glutes, open your shoulder. Breathe in here. And out. Play with balance. Find stability. One more breath in. And out. And we release. Kick the arm and the leg back and forward. And we're going to step. So left knee and left elbow come together in center, and we step the left foot on the outer edge of our mat. And from here, let's just do a little wiggling. Wiggle forward and back, circular movements. And then we find our low lunge. And I don't want you to fully collapse, okay? Create the sense of engagement in the midline, in the center. Activate Mula Bandha in your pelvic floor. Activate your glutes. Then activate Ujjana Bandha, belly button towards the spine. Open your chest, and then activate your Jalandhara Bandha in your throat. So this is kind of like by activating the Ujjayi breath, but softly, so that prana, energy, goes back down towards the center of the body and circulates in the center. And we breathe here. Hey, this is way too comfortable. Maybe you can bring your forearms down. And again, it's not about working flexibility, because that's what you're going to start having way too much. It's about creating resistance. So instead of letting your knee and your hip collapse, engage. Don't let it collapse fully. Breathe. Breathe. Last breath in and out. We bring our hands back to center. We lift the body, and now we just stretch our left leg. Remember to keep the hips neutral. You don't necessarily need to completely lengthen the left leg. Like, I think I'm just so stiff with a month of no practice that the back of my leg is really stiff today, and that's fine as long as you're here with awareness and breathing through it. I'm not focusing on working my flexibility, but I do want to find more spaces, so I'm just breathing through it. I inhale, I take my breath to my hamstrings. Then I exhale, slowly release the air. As I gently lower my body forward, I press my heel down, and I kind of like send my hip back, finding more length in my left leg. We breathe in, and we breathe out. One more breath in and out. Beautiful. We bend the front knee, and let's take an easy twist. So take the right knee off of the floor and lift the left arm up high. Breathe in here and out. Breathe in and out. And Margot, this is where you can start using the block if you feel like you need it. Under your right hand, maybe to find more space. Okay, so from here, we lower the left hand down as we press the right heel down, coming into a warrior stance. Yes, so use the block here, right next to your left foot, and you can make it as high as you want. Yes. So we're going to take extended side angle. So you can bring your hand on the block or on your thigh as you circle the arm, right arm up, back, and down 3 times, just like we did with the knee down. Breathe in that side body plank. Last one. Exhale, and we come up into warrior 2 as we breathe in and we adjust. We see how far we can go. We notice if our thigh is wanting to come in, and we create that external rotation. We engage from the feet up, activate the pelvic floor. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and exhale. Left palm points up. We inhale as we lean forward, and we exhale, reverse our warrior. Inhale here and exhale here. One more breath in and out. We begin to lengthen the front leg as we lean forward towards the left leg. And we can use the block here again. So Trikonasana, left hand can come onto the block for a more higher stance. Don't hyperextend your left knee. So keep a slight bend. Right hand circles up and over 3 times. Down, up, and over, down, up, and over. Now from here, the hand lowers, and we're going to go into a skandasana to the right. So use your hands if you need, and start bending your right knee as you lower. Yeah, use the block if you need, okay? You can always place the block underneath your booty or onto your hands. And just hold here. Again, it's not about collapsing. So engage. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in for 2. Exhale. Last breath in. And out. And we're going to transition all the way to the front of the mat again, slowly in a low lunge. Lower the knee. Circle your left arm behind you. Yes, find space. If you need to bring the block under your right hand, grab your right foot. And again, it's not about collapsing. It's creating that resistance. Create that energy in the center of the body. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. And exhale. Circle the left hand up and over, left hand down. Press the hands down and just slide your left foot back. Give your hip a little wiggle from side to side. Breathe in and out. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now we lengthen the left hand and extend the right leg, and we hold here. Hold. We're trying not to kick the leg too high. We're kicking the leg back and creating extension from the tip of the toe to the tip of the finger. Breathe. Breathe. And breathe. Left hand lowers. Left foot comes down next to right foot, comes down to the left foot. And then we circle the right hand up and over. We find that side plank variation, 3 circular movements with the arm. Right hand comes down, up, and over. Right hand comes down, up, and over. One more breath. Down, up, and over. And then from here, we circle the right hand over the head and lift the right foot. And we hold. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. Right hand circles, right knee bends, and we grab the foot. We open up. So feel the stretch in the right quad, engage the glute. Open your right shoulder. Breathe. Breathe. Last breath in and out. And we circle the arm and the leg as we breathe in. Exhale, knee and elbow come in, and we step the right foot to the outer edge of the mat. And here, let's just get some circular movements. Yeah. Breathing through every single movement. And then we just lean forward. We're not collapsing. We're creating that sense of resistance in the midline and the center. Engage your glutes. Create activation in your pelvic floor. Activate your Ujjana Bandha and your Jalandhara Bandha in your throat, circulating prana back to the center. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. And if you feel like you need to lower your arms, you can always. Inhale here and exhale here. One more breath in and out. Press. And we stretch the right leg and we lean back. And again, notice how much your right knee is bent and just breathe through it. Inhale and exhale. Try and keep your hips on the same line. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and out. So we bend the front knee and we're going to take an easy twist. So press the left hand down, take the left knee off of the floor, right hand comes up high. And you can always use the block under your left hand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and out. One more breath in and out. We circle the right hand onto our block in front of our right foot and we step the left heel down. From here, circular movements with the left arm. 3, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. One more breath in. Exhale, lower. Then we come up high into warrior 2 as we breathe in. We find stability here. We notice how much load it feels in the legs already. Breathe. Breathe in for 2. And for 3. Palm faces up. We inhale, lean forward. And we exhale, reverse our warrior. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And out. We lengthen the front leg as we begin to lean our upper body forward. Don't lock your right knee. Keep your right knee slightly bent. Bring your right hand onto your block. Left hand comes up high, and we're going to do circular movements with the left hand. Down, up, and over as we breathe in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And out. Breathe in. And from here, Margot, we're going to Skandasana all the way to the left. So circle the arm and begin to lower. Yes. Press the heel down. Engage. And your hands can come into Anjali Mudra, Namaste. Engage your thigh. Breathe in. This is way too much load for you. You can always bring your block underneath your booty or even under your heel if you feel your heel is uncomfortable, lifting up. From here, we're going to transition all the way to the front of the mat. So we slowly use the hands and transition into that low lunge. Back knee comes down. We circle the right hand up, over, and back towards the left foot. And we're not collapsing here, we're engaging. Breathe. Breathe in for 2. Last breath in. And out. Circle the right hand, release the left foot, bring the right hand down, and then just step your right foot back. Give yourself a little wiggle from side to side. Okay, so from here, we're just going to do one final flow. Press your feet and come into down dog. And notice how comfortable or uncomfortable this is. And you can keep your knees bent and you can walk your feet wider. Press the hands down, find extension in the spine. Feel as if you have a string pulling your booty all the way towards the sky. You can bend one knee at a time. And then we look forward as we breathe in, and we gently walk our feet all the way to the front of the mat. Yes, and your feet are hips distance apart or even wider. Mine are wider. We inhale as we look up. And we exhale, fold forward. We inhale as we look up. And we exhale, fold forward. One more time, we inhale as we look up. And we exhale, fold forward. We release and we slowly unroll vertebra by vertebra, all the way up. Gently, mindfully, yes. Once you're up, catch your breath, notice what's going on. Circle your arms up and over your head as you breathe in. And exhale, just bring your hands into your heart center. And just take a breath here. Notice what's happening. Notice all this internal movement. Notice how your mind is either shifting away or super present into every single detail and aspect of your mind and body. Notice the rhythm of your breath and how this creates a rhythm of the body and movement patterns in the body. We bring our hands next to the body. We point our toes slightly inwards, heels slightly out, even if our legs are wider apart. Circle your arms up and over. Urdhva-hastasana. Exhale, we fold forward in Uttanasana. Inhale, we halfway lift, look up. Exhale, we bend the knees and we step the right leg all the way back. Right knee comes down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale as we come into a high plank. Exhale, knees come down. Take your chaturanga. Press the hands and come back up. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up high as you breathe in. Step your right foot in between your hands. Left knee comes down. Inhale as you circle your arms up and over your head. Exhale, we step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, circle your arms up and over. And exhale, hands into your heart center. Catch the breath. Notice the rhythm. Notice if you can tune into the rhythm, calm down the rhythm. Hands next to the body. Walk your feet out to the sides of the mat. Bring your hands onto your hips. Let's just do circular movements here with the hips. And then we change directions. We come back to neutral. Circle the arms up and over. Breathe in. And exhale, we begin to lower into Malasana squat. If you need the block underneath your booty, you can go for it so that you don't collapse. We don't want to collapse if it's feeling uncomfortable. Press the knees out, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And out. One more breath in. And out. Bring your hands behind you and we come into a seat. Yes. Hold on to your knees here. Seated cat-cow, so this should be feeling good onto your spine. Your feet, open them wider, round the spine as you breathe in. And exhale. Chest forward, roll your shoulders back. Inhale as you round. And exhale. Inhale as you round. And exhale. Inhale, round. And exhale. We come back to neutral. Right leg comes in. Left leg out. Yes. So you can interlace your hands around your leg. You can use a strap, or you can just keep your body, your belly's out, okay? It's not pressing against your leg, so open the leg out to the side. Yeah. And from here, we're just going to slide the left leg, and we're creating this sense of tension towards the floor. Yeah. Slide it. We begin to open the rib cage out to the side. So I like to bring my hand onto my rib cage and I feel it opening up. My left hand comes inside my left leg towards my big toe. And then I slowly slide my right hand up and over. Breathe. 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 And breathe. We slowly come up. Right hand comes behind you. Left hand circles in front of you as we press the left foot down and lift the hip. Inhale. And exhale, lower. 2 more breaths. Inhale as we lift. And exhale, lower. 1 more inhale. And exhale, lower. And here we go. We adjust and we come on to the other side. Bend the left knee. Right knee opens out to the side. We hold on to the right foot. And then from here, we start sliding the left foot out. Left hand grabs your rib cage, and we begin to open as we press the right hand, right elbow towards the knee. Left hand extends up and over the head. Yes, as slowly you begin to lengthen maybe the right leg. You really feel it in the back of your hip, your lower back. Breathe. Breathe. And 1 more breath in. And out. And we come up, left hand comes behind us, right hand circles in front of us as we breathe in, express, expand, and exhale, lower. And we inhale again as we come up. And we exhale, lower. And we inhale again as we come up. And we exhale, slowly lower. Once we lower, we slide the right leg next to the left. We fly the butterfly wings a bit. And just breathe here. And from here, we just fold forward. Let your palms face up. And gently fold forward. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. And out. We slowly come up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Hold on to your knees. Bring your knees in. Walk your feet out a bit. Bring your hands outside behind your body. Just a little bit of mobility here, just moving the knees from the left. Yes. To the right. Then left. And right. And then left. And right. We come back to center. And from here, we're going to start lowering. Bring your feet closer together. Maybe you can slide. Grab your bolster. You can slide onto your back. And maybe you can bring a support onto the back. Begin to lay onto the side because we're going to go straight into our Shavasana. Yeah, so lay over to the left if you'd like, or you can stay onto the back. It's fine. Whatever makes you feel more comfort. Yes. Let your hands rest next to the sides of the body, palms facing up and your feet sliding out to the sides. Come back to our initial practice, the practice of the recognition of the breath and to understanding your breathing patterns, to understanding the rhythm. Breathe in. And breathe out. Notice how much more space and connection you actually feel in this present moment. And just let it all sink in, let it all tune in into this final relaxation where we forget all the instructions and we just let it all happen magically, naturally.